morning class. I am Olive Grace E. Masalon, your professor for today. And I'm going to discuss to you about the probability of simple events. But before that, let us pray first. Our Father who art in heaven, thank you for the blessings that you give to me. Thank you for your protection. Okay, so what comes into your mind when you hear the word probability? Probability is the measure of how likely an event is to occur. The more likely an event is to occur, the higher its probability. The less likely an event is to occur, the lower its probability. What is simple event? It is an event which has a single outcome. For example, in rolling a die, what is the probability of getting 4? How many favorable outcomes do we have? Yes, we only have one favorable outcomes. And how many possible outcomes do we have? Look at this die and let's count the possible outcomes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So there is one favorable outcomes and 6 possible outcomes. Therefore, our answer will be probability 4 equals 1 over 6 or 1/6. How are we going to compute for the probability of simple events? Again, the probability of getting 4 is 1 over 6 or 1/6, which is 1 is the favorable outcomes and 6 is the possible outcomes. To compute the probability of simple events is we are going to have a formula which is this: number of favorable outcomes over number of possible outcomes. First, the probability of any event is a number, either a fraction, a decimal, or a percent. For example, the weather forecast shows 70% rain. The rain will be the simple event and the probability will be 70% or 0.7 or 7 over 10, 7/10. Second rule, if an event will never happen, then its probability is 0. Example, when a single die is rolled, find the probability of getting 8. Since the sample consists 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, it is impossible to get an 8. Therefore, our answer will be P8 equals 0 over 6 or 0/6 equals 0. Where did I get this answer? From the probability formula, probability event equals number of favorable outcomes over number of possible outcomes. So our answer could be P8 equals 0 over 6 equals 0. Rule number 3. If an event is sure to happen, then the probability is 1. For example, when a single die is rolled, what is the probability of getting a less than 7? There are 6 possible outcomes and the favorable outcomes will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The event will getting a number of less than 7 since the outcomes is less than 7. Then the formula would be P number less than 7 equals 6 over 6 or 6/6 equals 1. The last rule of the probability of simple event is the sum of probabilities of all outcomes is the sample space is 1. For example, if a fair coin is flipped, our answer will be PT equals 1/2 and PH equals 1/2. Our T is symbolized of tail while the H is symbolized of head. After flipping a coin, we are not really sure if the outcomes will be head or tail. So our answer will be 1/2 or 50%. One and only reminder, class, that your answer will be on the simplified form. For example, 13 over 52. The simplified form of 13 over 52 is 1/4. This is the simplified form. So, this is all for today, and I hope you've learned a lot from my discussion.